Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Welcome. Wow, it is crazy what's happening in the cannabis market, and I want to talk about it. Let's go ahead and jump into this. We got 2 minutes until the market opens, and Jack gave me a little squeeze ball that has other things you can squeeze out of it. I don't know, it's really cool. But anyway, this market is so green right now. Geez. Let's just look at this here for a second. Tilray, 56%. Sundial Growers, 33%. Aurora Cannabis, 20%. The cannabis ETF is up 16%. This is in the Biden pie, these guys right here. Cannabis just absolutely blowing up. It's unreal. Like, the only thing that's even remotely trying to keep pace here is Matterport, which is obviously an awesome company. Enphase did great yesterday, but 7% compared to what we're seeing over here at the cannabis, it's nuts. One thing that I want to say, you got to be careful about with cannabis is it goes in and out of favor in these weird cycles. Like, all of a sudden everybody loves cannabis, and then all of a sudden everybody hates it. It's weird how it trades. Look, CCIV selling off a bit again, although I was up a little bit yesterday. But and look, you've actually got a red day coming over here for EXPI today. But really, other than that, I mean, Tesla down 0.75%. But other than these guys selling down a little bit here, very, very, very green day. I mean, everything is green pretty much. Certainly these guys over here. Look at that Twitter, 10%. Oh my gosh, they really pushed. Let's go listen to the opening bell here. I always like listening to that. Let's see. Oops, this one.
On this Wednesday morning, record highs expected as the opening bell rings. Going to be driven largely, of course, by earnings today, Jim, and we'll see how Coke impacts the Dow. It was up pre-market as they beat by a nickel. And talk about not just unit case volume down 3 quarter-on-quarter, but the worst case, as Sarah Eisen said, regarding this tax dispute with the IRS.
Yeah, they're using the $12 billion. When I listened to the case, it's kind of like they were told they could go 30 miles down on that was the speed limit of a road in front of the building, and they did it, and they did it, and they did it.
No, I'm talking about Coca-Cola. All right, well, this is exciting. So let's see. Okay, it's official. We are open. So let's jump back on over here. Let's see how things are starting off here in the morning. Let's see, Twitter. You know what? Let's listen to Jim just for 1 second here.
About the number, though, is that the fountain sales are going to come back. I just think that this Topo Chico is then the Topo Chico hard seltzer that I'm going to try to get David to have. Maybe he'll go with me on that, but is delicious. I think these guys are doing a lot of things right. But again, this is an opening trade stock, David. You've got to get the fountains open. You're not going to make it up with people buying at home.
And when does that really begin?
Well,
soon, right?
It's an international company, so it's not like that's 7 billion people that want Coca-Cola, not 337
right, and that's a good
million.
point. It's not just here.
But they Coke Zero is doing well.
Yep.
They didn't take share. They took costs out. Is it an exciting stock? Look,
I love Topo Chico. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love Topo Chico sparkling water. In fact, I kind of want to go get some right now, but I'm not going to. We got other things to look at here. So, okay, so Tilray, 52%. It's absolutely nuts how this thing is running right now. Yeah, gosh, even the Matterport now 14% up. I've got some ideas here, but I just want to see what's settling down in the market. Enphase now up 10%. That's crazy. I don't even know why. But geez. Okay, let's see here. What else? Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's pop back open. I realize I don't have my window open here, and I want to read some of your all comments and everything. Okay, let's try to understand where maybe there's. I mean, there's no doubt there's a big trend right now in cannabis. I mean, the fact that Matterport and Enphase are doing this is awesome. I love that. But and then you've even got Open Door over here and Microvision up again. My goodness. This is really incredible. Let's see. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay, good. So let's see here. Affirm Holdings. I get asked about this one a lot too. This is an interesting one. Yeah, golly, trying to think where I might want to play today. So Spirit Air, Pinterest. Sorry, catch my thoughts here. It's so early. I got to get some coffee. But anyway, Pinterest, Spirit Air, Nano Dimension, Macy's. I'm thinking that I want to see some of your comments. What are you all thinking of? What do we want to research today? Should we bail from OCGN? I think you're talking about. OCGN actually started a little red today. Let's go take a look at that. I'm pretty sure it's red today a little bit. That to me could be a little bit of a sign that where's OCGN? OCGN could be a sign that for right now at least that trade has kind of been traded, with 13% right here as a down. I'm glad we got out of that one around, just over 15. I'd mentioned before we ended that live stream that if we hit 15, I'd be out. I know it went up to like 18, but I think there was just a lot of trading going on there. Oh, EXPI actually falling today. We've got the stock split coming up in about 5-6 days. But this is the first real red day we've had at EXPI in golly, what? Couple weeks here. Let's look at EXPI. This could be a potential opportunity to grab a little bit at EXPI. Let's see. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. So EXPI, let's go to day. That's interesting. So EXPI has obviously just been parabolic here, but this is really the first red season we've had this year. I mean, with the exception of a few days over here. So I guess we had a little bit of a sell-off right here. 25th, 26th, 27th. This is kind of when the GameStop, enjoyment was going on. So this is really the first red that we've seen since GameStop. So about 2 weeks here. Yeah, so here's maybe, we'll see where this settles. I know a lot of traders, they look at this and they say, hey, I don't want to catch a falling knife, so I'm going to wait for this to settle. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see, but this is interesting to track, especially if for right now it's down 6 to 7%. That could be an opportunity. We'll see if this continues today, tomorrow, but EXPI is one of those long holders for me that I really want to, have as part of the portfolio for a while. So if we see a little bit more pain here, there could be an opportunity to buy some more here. You've got GameStop also down about 6% right here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So we got GameStop about selling off again a little bit here. We're at $47 at GameStop here. I am concerned that GameStop is going to trend towards. I don't think it's going to go sub 30, but I think GameStop could trend into like the high 30s, low 40s. It wouldn't surprise me if it ends up chilling out somewhere over in that direction. It'll be interesting to see where GameStop ends up heading, but that's definitely a possibility. Yeah, let's see. We've got CCIV kind of selling off a little bit again as well. CCIV down about 3.5% here. I think this is the thing with CCIV is this thing moves a lot when you have when you have news of the rumor, really. That's what I found is anytime you get excitement around a rumor with CCIV and the merger actually happening, like whether that's tweet hints from Lucid Motors or that's interviews with the Lucid CEO, that's when this company does really well. Now, over 30, I think it's a little pricey to get in, but it depends when this merger gets announced. I mean, quite frankly, if we go, let's go to the hour chart here. This thing could, it went to a high of 36 on an hour here. This thing could kind of continue to trickle down a little bit until it gets some kind of merger news and a confirmation that Lucid deal is actually happening. But, even with talks that NIO, the Chinese electric vehicle manufacturer, is eventually going to sell their cars in the United States, I think we're really looking at a 23, 24 event for that to happen. And by then, Churchill Capital could be cranking out, Lucid Motors could be cranking out 300,000 to 400,000 vehicles a year here in America. And so I think if you really want an early play on that electric vehicle revolution in the United States, Churchill is going to be what that is. Yeah, let's see. Redfin down a little bit. Look, Tesla just continues to trend down. again, if this breaks 800, I'm gonna dive in a little bit heavier here. So let's see what else here. We've got Gore's. Oh, Gore's. Yeah, okay, up 4% here on Matterport. I like this one though. Let's see what else we have here. So we've got Tattooed Chef. Tattooed Chef not really doing much over here. I don't. They haven't really been doing much for quite a bit actually. Shift up again. Shift doing earnings tomorrow, which will be really interesting. I'm excited to see that. I think honestly we should watch those earnings come out because it's going to be either really good or really bad. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Enphase. Enphase bought Enphase yesterday. A little bit more. I think when it was up like 5% or something like that. So, it's marginally above that now. No big deal. What else? Sundial. Look at Sundial. I mean, Sundial right now is one of those that has a lot of attention. I mean, look at its open here. This thing opened up, I want to say, about 22%, and it's shot up another 20% on top of that. Sundial Growers has a pretty decent market cap. In fact, I wrote it down here. So I wanted to talk about another stock too. We'll talk about that in a bit here. But I want to talk about Tailway and Sundial first. So Sundial's got a market cap, probably higher now, but at least when I looked this morning, it had a market cap of about $2.3 billion. A little bit of a sell-off. So we're selling off that extra 20% jump that really happened here. We'll see. I mean, we get some red candlesticks. We're still up 36% on Sundial. It's crazy. It's so weird to think that this was a 50, 60 cent stock not that long ago. And this thing has had so much social momentum. It's really giving a lot of attention to the entire cannabis space. And Canopy Growth's earnings, I was looking at these a little bit this morning. Canopy Growth, a lot of partnerships, a big cannabis retailer. In fact, let me see what their market cap is. I know Tilray's at like a $7 or $8 billion market cap. Canopy Growth Corporation. This is really where it seems like the trade is right now. We'll talk about another company in a few minutes here. But let's see. This here, Canopy Growth. That's why I didn't write it down. I couldn't get it to come up. I will pull it up on Bloomberg in a moment, though, if we can't find it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Canopy Growth, according to Yahoo Finance, $18 billion market cap. Now it's at 20.6, given the gain in the day here. That's just incredible. I mean, the amount of money flowing into the cannabis space is so crazy right now. It's a trend too, right? It's a trend play. Gevo, look at that, 10% on Gevo, pushing back to $15 a share. I want to see what the height was over here on Gevo. Let's go to the day. Let's see what we got here. So the day, what was our high on Gevo? Yeah, I mean, actually, it's now. We are now at all-time highs on Gevo. That is incredible. Good for Gevo. That's on the day. Let's go to the hour so we can see maybe intraday a little bit. 1269. Oh, there we go. 1440. I thought we were in the 14s before. 1449. And now we're trading at 1463. So we're at all-time highs officially now on this one. We've got Upwork up 5%. Twilio 4%, Airbnb 4%, Fuel Cell moving up again. Really, just the sort of democratic place. Really, just up. All right. The energy, cannabis. Interestingly, even though we've heard Biden talk about cannabis a lot in the in the campaign, or at least somewhat, we haven't really heard it as a priority now because there's so much focus on COVID relief. And that comes as an expectation, right? So what else do we have here? And then we'll talk about a play that I'm making. So Neo's up 0.5%. There's a lot. Neo, I stopped buying Neo at $65. Neo was trading pretty flat for a couple weeks at about 55. They shot up on some real excitement over maybe they'll come to the United States sooner than we expect. A front page article on Barron's. I think that was a little too excited, in my opinion. I still think we're at 23, 24 for Neo to even consider the United States. I think they would have to have manufacturing in the United States to really come out here and have, not be subject to as many tariffs Actually, I think if you manufacture here, you won't be subject to any tariffs. So local manufacturing could be huge for NIO, but I mean that could potentially be a 2025 event because they don't even have. Keep this in mind when it comes to NIO. They don't even have their own manufacturing, right? Their manufacturing is is done by JAC, which is 50% owned by the Chinese government and 50% owned by Volkswagen. They've got a 5-year contract with them. I don't see them distributing to the United States until they get their own manufacturing capabilities. I mean, who knows? And so I think right now the stock run up is a little bit of is potentially a little bit premature on NIO if it's trading off that news, which I potentially think it is. Yeah. So let's see what else do we have here. So a little bit of a pullback here in cannabis. Look at this. We had these high opens here, but a little bit of a pullback happening in the candlesticks right here. We got a little bit of a battle going on here. Tilray was up more today. Yeah, Tilray's kind of sold off into the day here. Clever, I want to talk about in a little bit here. What else do we have here? Twitter, 14% on Twitter. My gosh, I want to look up to see how much Twitter I have. I need to talk about these other companies here first, specifically because they're top of mind. Let's see here. We've got, look at my portfolio here. I want to see how much Twitter I have. I don't think I have that much, but I know I have some. So I'm going to look at that really quick. So let's see. Twitter, alphabetized. Here we go. Twitter. Oh yeah, okay. No, I barely have any. Okay. I've got like 500 shares. So okay, cool. But I was not expecting that at Twitter. I have to say, I was expecting bad news for Twitter. So I'm really impressed. I haven't put money in individually into Twitter in a very long time. It's really just part of the 13 pie. It's like a small percentage there. Shift Technology is up 4.5% again. Really cool. Oh, I like that. Lemonade up again. Wow, interesting. What a market. Matterport up 6%. This has over time. This will do well. I don't know how sexy this is in the short term, but over time this will do very well. We've got Enphase. Enphase now 11%. Totally incredible. Okay, let's look at questions we've got here. What's the ticker for the Matterport SPAC? That's GHVI. It's Gores 6 is the answer there. Okay, so I do want to talk about a stock that I put some money in today. Yeah, Twitter's definitely running. So actually somebody asked it here. Here it is. So Clever. I want to talk about this one a little bit. It's right here. Clever Leaves. So this particular company, I want to share some thoughts on this one. So this company, I invested about 60K into this company, and I think that's like 5,000 shares or something like that. Yeah, it is 5,000 shares. And the reason I did is of the cannabis plays, this is a very small one. I don't know that I want to swing trade this. I think I might hold this. I think well, first of all, let me give you a little bit of background. So we talked about this about 2 days ago, and the last couple of days I've been spending a lot of time looking into the Colombian government. And so what they do is they allow extracts of cannabis to be sold internationally, but not the actual plant. But when it comes to the extract, they're able to produce this thing much cheaper than anybody else throughout the world, particularly because they literally have the perfect environment to be able to grow in. They're at the equator, so they get like 12 hours of sunlight a day. They get a lot of rain because it's they're in the tropics. I think they're in the tropics. I should verify that. Pretty sure they are. Let's see. Colombia environment. I will verify, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The climate is indeed tropical. In fact, 86% of the country's area is considered to be hot, but the country does not have a uniform warm climate. There are chilly areas as well. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. But it is a tropical climate. It's kind of like when I lived in South Florida. You get more humidity, you get more rainfall be interesting to see Columbia rainfall. 40 to 70 inches a year. Let me look at South Florida. Miami rainfall. Just to compare. 61 inches. So same. Yeah, so a lot of rain because Florida rains a lot. But that's fascinating to me from the point of view of growing. It makes so much sense to grow in Colombia, for example, where you do have a cheaper cost of labor, where you do have a cheaper cost of land, and why they can't export the dry flower yet? Why Colombia doesn't allow that yet? I don't know. Somebody here in Discord says I should come to Colombia to visit. I appreciate that, Mr. Fobbs. I think that would be really cool. But I was really impressed. I listened to an interview. There was a good interview with Benzinga, with the CEO of Clever today. I'm sorry, not today. It was a few weeks ago. But this company, they sell to Germany, the Netherlands, Portugal. They're producing this product for like 13 cents per gram by growing this outside. If you grow outside in America, you're growing for about 22 cents a gram. If you're growing inside, you're spending like $1 a gram to grow this. Cannabis plays very cyclical, it goes in and out of favor really quickly. This is a super small company, so to me, it's definitely up there on the risk scale. I think it's somewhere like around an 8.5 on the risk scale. They are beginning to import to the United States. They've got $80 million with a partnership. That's with a partnership, though. So they're exporting, or they're working with herbal brands to begin their import of CBD to the United States. They've got $80 million available, and they've got a $2 to $3 million cash burn. A lot of the money that they got came from their SPAC. This one to me, they also have a deal with Canopy Growth, by the way. So, for example, Canopy Growth, they're the ones who had this phenomenal earnings here, Canopy Growth, and they're the ones who kind of almost started this cannabis push. I wouldn't be surprised if Clever Leaf pushes to $25, maybe $30 in a sustained way, like not necessarily as crazy of a swings that we might see at like Ocugen, which we saw with the vaccine news. But that's an interesting one to me. So for me, I'm going to keep an eye on this company. I did invest. I put 5,000 shares into this company. We'll see how it goes. Fascinating one to me. Maybe I'll swing trade it. It depends. If it moves very quickly, I might just trade out of it. An interesting one to me. Look at this Planet 13 coming up here at up 15%. Now I've got a lot more money invested in Planet 13 than I have, and this is really just playing catch up here. It seems like every day it's like, oh, cannabis is up today. Okay, we'll follow. Now, in fairness, it did open up, but this is a company I have more money invested in than Clever. Planet grows here in the United States, Canadian company. You can't get it on like Webull and that. You have to use TD Ameritrade or Fidelity. But that's another good one to be in regarding the cannabis trade. So probably my biggest holding in cannabis right now is Planet 13, then Clever, which I just added today. Then Aurora, Canopy Growth, Cannabis ETF, those are all around similar. Now, there is a risk to potentially buying into these when they're so green. I've had most of my money invested since before it was this green. But of the ones I'm looking at today, I think Clever has probably the biggest upside going from today forward. I know Tailway and Sundial, probably Ephria, they've got the big movement happening right now. But then again, 23% is nothing to laugh at either. So this to me, I'm excited by this one, and I'm excited to see the growth we see here. In fact, look, CNBC is now we're getting to peak media. I don't know, is that good or bad?
Because they do have the money and they also have the drinks. It's the drinks that are going to be good.
Well, you were talking about this very positively yesterday.
I said to buy it. I've been saying to buy it since they came
Constellation.
Since Constellation came on at 30 and said, look, this thing is, the drinks are real.
Right.
And David, tastes great, no filler.
What do you call them all again? Enlightened? The Enlightened?
The Enlightened is from the 18th Premier.
Got it.
I got to say, Jim, it's funny. We had Brendan Kennedy on the other day, And we were asking him, well, you know what it's like to be in a situation where your stock goes bananas. And he was thinking back to that time. This morning, they are right back in it. We'll take a break here. I'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.
Thank you for that comment there on volume. It's always good to know that. So, yeah, somebody here mentioned that Futu is doing well, and it does look like it is. We looked at this one yesterday, and we were looking at the short interest on this one. Downloaded the app. It's up about 25% today. That's incredible. Let's look up the short interest for this one. I think that's really interesting. Yeah, there's Afria. I'm very excited on these cannabis plays. So again, this morning I invested 5,000 share, or I bought 5,000 shares of Clever. This is the Colombian company. We'll see how much length or how much time this cannabis trade has left in it. But so far, there's really almost no sign of stopping. I mean, look, everything. Cannabis, 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 cannabis. Really, really incredible. I mean, we kind of have to do this to not look at cannabis right now. Yeah, wow. What a day. What a day in the market for cannabis. So, and again, this could reverse. So sometimes we want to be careful of that too. You get these crazy green days in a row, you get some reversal. I still think Clever's cheap. Planet's okay too. Planet, I think, might be getting a little bit expensive if it starts getting closer to $10. Clever, I think, is probably $25. $10 Planet gets a little pricey. But anyway, okay, let's look at the other ones here, and then I want to look at some more Q&A as well. Open Door up again. Really interesting. Let me see. What do I got in Open Door? Open Door is a company. Oh, okay. So I've got about before this was at $25. So at $25, I had about 120K in Open Door. It was about 1% of my portfolio at that time. So obviously stocks have moved quite a bit. Well, you don't know that. So stocks have moved quite a bit since then. So the portfolio is all a little messed up on my spreadsheet. I got to update it. But here's Matterport going up 8%. Enphase 10%. Such a great company here. Enphase is much larger, or a much larger portion of my portfolio. Yeah, Enphase is at about 6 to 7% of my portfolio. Canopy Growth really being probably, I'm sorry, what is it? I think somebody's wanting Clever probably coming in at about 0.5% of my portfolio now. And I would say that Planet 13 is about 2%, somewhere around there. So what else do we have here? But yeah, I mean, for me putting money in, I'm not putting money into Planet. I'm putting money into Clever right now. Shift Technology up 4.5%. 4. I mean, this is almost, I feel like, flat from yesterday morning. Yesterday was a little bit volatile for Shift. Tomorrow being earnings, so it'll be really interesting. So yeah. Oh, somebody's wondering about diamond handing Ocugen. I think right now, at least, if you held it long term, maybe. I never got into that one to hold it long term. For me, it was if it hits 15, I'm out of here kind of thing, which is what happened. I mentioned to court. I always send out a little alert anytime I buy or sell something. I send an alert, and it's not to create any kind of advantage or whatever. I mean, who knows? I could buy something and it could go down, which happens. But anytime I buy or sell, I post it in the course member Discord in the stocks group. So like when I bought the 5,000 shares, the same minute I bought those shares, I posted it on the course member Discord. You use that coupon code HODL. I don't know, what is it? What do you all think? Is it HODL? Like, maybe say that in the chat. It's HAH, HODL, or HODL, like you're raking with a hoe. I don't know. But anyway, I always post my trades. Every trade I make, sell, buy, everything. So look at EXPI really selling off today. I mean, it's had such an incredible run. Last time I bought this thing was like at 108 or whatever. I thought it was a little pricey with the runs it's been hitting last time, because when this splits, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to, $60, which would be like 120 now. Wouldn't surprise me. Definitely, though, if it goes under $60 after the split, I'll probably be adding to this one. EXP. I'm not going to add to this one in the 140s, 130s. I'll let this one settle down. It's kind of like Churchill, which has been up and down the last few days. It's not an ad for me over 30. Looks like Bitcoin's actually selling off a little bit off the hype, which is good. I would love for Bitcoin, honestly, to revisit the 20,000s. Not because I want anybody holding Bitcoin to have pain, but because I want to be able to buy this thing again. I like that. All right, let's look at some questions that we have. Hodl. Yeah, that's what I think. Hodl. Hodl. A lot of you saying hodl, and then others of you are saying tomato, tomato. So maybe it doesn't matter. Do I see cannabis as a long term? Yeah, I could. Certainly there's a lot of hopium going into them right now. Oh wow, you had a little bit of a sell-off here on Planet, but just about 5 percentage points there. Yeah, it can be. There's a lot of hope in cannabis. The whole market almost trickled down a few percentage points here. There's a lot of hopium that it's going to become more legalized in more states. I don't know. I don't know when we might see that, if we're going to see it. Who knows? Pinterest back over 80. Let's see what we've got here. What questions do we have here? Does my credit card? I don't think it matters if your credit card matches or not. I think it just matters that the numbers work. But I would just try it. I saw that Tesla doesn't pay out dividends. Is that true? Yeah, that is true, and that's a good thing. I don't want dividends. I think dividends are a ripoff. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out with, this was mentioned yesterday, the Afria. Yeah, but I don't know about that conversion. Let's see. Afria to Tilray conversion. Let's see if we can figure that out. And Oracle TikTok deal still under review. So, yeah, it does look like they're going to Afria shareholders. Excuse me. Whew. Afria shareholders will receive 0.8381 shares of Tilray for each Afria share they hold, representing a 23% premium to Tilray. Huh. And what date is that happening? I wonder what date that's closing. That is interesting, though. Yeah. So let's see. Do we have a date for that? This was posted in December, so maybe not. That is interesting. Makes you wonder, like, why, if there's a spread in the returns, why not buy Africa? You have to be careful, though. Sometimes with the mergers, there can be some funny rules that we just don't know about. But I would not be surprised, by the way. Like, personally, we should get some Reddit post going or whatever, if somebody wanted to swing trade it. But I like, to me it's a hold, so it doesn't really matter. But I think sharing the idea of how powerful Clever is a really bullish idea, because Clever. Watch the CEO interview, and I'm always skeptical when the CEOs chat, but the CEO interview was fascinating. I mean, everything they said made sense about growing cannabis in Colombia, and I was interested in that, especially since the Colombian government seems so supportive of it. So we'll see how that one plays out. But that one I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up running away. Look at GameStop. All of a sudden, we just had a breakout here. We went from down 5% in the day to up 9%. GameStop is pushing here. Wow, look at this. Look at that. Down and then straight up. All of a sudden, there's some kind of rocket ship happening here at GameStop in terms of trading. Something's going on at GameStop. Look at that. 11% now, 12% now. The momentum flying onto GameStop here. Wow. I mean, the other trades, it really almost had to have been in before the market opened. The exception of Sundial. Sundial popped like right at the open. But, everything else kind of opened like this. The GameStop opened down. So that is an interesting swing there we're seeing by GameStop. Let's see where's AMC. Oh, look at this. Tesla down about 2%. If Tesla keeps selling off like this, I don't know if people are like jumping on over into the cannabis trades, but if the short interest was like 15%, you should have a graphic on screen for your stock of the day. Yeah, should do that. Right now, that's Clever. Stock of the day. And that one again, it's not like an Occugen where my goal was to just come in, ride it, and sell it. Would I buy Clever now or wait for pullback? Well, I didn't buy it that long ago. So, I think if you're, what is it now? $16 or something like that? Let's see here. Where is it? So yeah, $16. To me, that's probably a $25 company in my opinion. I just don't think people really know about it yet. There's a lot of coverage on Sundial, on Tilray, Aurora Cannabis, the Canopy Growth. There's a lot of coverage on these larger cap companies. Clever is so tiny. Let's pull up the Bloomberg terminal here. Let's listen to this as well for a second. While I pull up the terminal, let's listen to this guy on the economy really quick.
I think the way to think about it is where the level of sales and profits in 2019 before the pandemic, and where are you likely to be for earnings and sales this year. And what's interesting, we're pretty much through the fourth quarter results, and actually sales and earnings are basically back to where they were in the fourth quarter of 2019. So, Carl, it's basically we've completed the V back to the current level where you were at the beginning of the end of last year or the end of 2019. And looking forward, earnings likely to be a lot higher. Semiconductors, if you look at the hardware companies, pharmaceuticals, it's not just the big 5 or 6 or 7 large market cap companies. It's a lot of other companies that are actually going to have much higher level of profits than they did 2 years ago. And I think that's the way to think about it, Carl, is basically what kind of profits did companies generate in 2019? What are they likely to generate this year? And a lot of companies can be much higher than they were 2 years ago. And I think that's the right way to think about it. And that's what takes the equity market higher. And remember, the interest rate environment much more favorable given the starting point in rates right now, 115 or so on the 10-year.
I was going to ask you about potential boogeymen and whether or not interest rate risk appears anywhere. On the one hand, people can't take their eyes off commodities, but then core CPI comes in with a big zero.
Right. So what are the risks? You got the risk of whether you have COVID. Let's start the obvious, but it's the pandemic that has caused all the problems in so many ways, and tragically, so many people died. But basically, the idea and our assumption is you get a vaccination that's very much rolling out, and by the middle of the year, a good portion of America will have been vaccinated. So we think that's a positive scenario. So that's a risk if that doesn't materialize, or you have a second variant or third variant that comes along. So that's one big issue. Rates, as you just mentioned, definitely an issue. Our forecast, my colleagues in economics, have 150 on the 10-year Treasury yield at the end of this year. So you have some modest increase, but I emphasize that is modest over time. It's not going to leaping higher on a real swift basis. We think that's kind of moves generally higher. But again, profits are also growing. That would be an issue. The prospect potentially of higher tax rates in 2022 definitely would begin to be an issue or risk later in this year. Don't think it's a near-term risk, but that's something we keep our eye on. Think about that, legislative side of it. So those are sort of the couple of key issues that we would, identify as some risks.
Yeah, David, I want to take a slightly contrarian, take here. I know there's this expectation that we're going to see this strong economic rebound this year and what that could mean in terms of the earnings picture as 2021 unfolds. But if I had to sum up, I think the current earnings season we're wrapping up right now with 2 words, it's cost cutting. We've had so many companies that have said that and have seen their earnings beat because of the cost cutting. How sustainable is that? How does that fit into that profit?
That's a really good point. Think about when they were doing all the layoffs. I hate to say it, but that saves a lot of money. And then they hired back a fraction, a lot of these companies,
A margin recovery. Companies have been cautious because really until December, wasn't really that clear, the rollout of the vaccine, how that would work. So I'll push back and give the argument that the idea of the vaccination, 1.5 million people are being vaccinated now every day in America. So that's the evidence would suggest on that pace that we have a path, a roadway, or a way that the economy can sort of regenerate and increase accelerating growth really into the second quarter. But your point's a fair one, which is it cost driven? Well, we're looking at the revenue side. So even it's, yes, they're beating on the bottom line, but really the more significant issue is the top line is also coming in better than expected. But really, the expectations game is sort of, that's one aspect. Is it positive or negative surprises? But really, fundamentally, what is the growth? Is there the growth there underlying these businesses? And I said some of the large number of companies will have earnings and revenue, so we don't have to deal so much in terms of the answer to the question here on the cost side. But the revenue will be 30% higher than it was 2 years ago, 2019 versus this year, and I think that's a key driver. But yes, cost vigilance. There's questions about minimum wage, what may happen on that front from input costs, what happens exactly on the tariffs, what happens on some of the other inflation measures you mentioned. But really, I would argue, somewhat less concerned on the inflationary front. Half of all the measured inflation is basically in either housing or in medical costs and sort of pharmaceutical drugs, things like that. We don't anticipate a big increase on that front from upward pressure. So there's still slack in the labor market, although that's coming down positively from a societal basis. But we're not seeing a whole lot of pressures for a lot of companies. And remember, the market in aggregate is getting more and more driven by some of the larger and basically higher margin companies in tech. I think that's a key story behind the tech. And frankly, the operating leverage in corporate America is the highest it has been in 10 years. So that means any incremental revenue growth is dropping to the bottom line. That is, companies are pretty.
All right. I think we got a good little catch up here. Yeah, I mean, the thing about, and it's so terrible, but I hate to say it, but I mean, it's something to know about corporations. Holy crap. Cleverleaf is up 30%. What? Oh my God. I don't know why these things move so. Yeah, but I think it's just the volatility is so high right now. Let me see here. What did Cleverleaf? I just want to look at what I bought this thing for. Position. Here we go. Okay, so I bought it for $15.55 is what I bought Cleverleaf for. So I definitely didn't get. I wish I would have bought yesterday. Obviously, I didn't. But I bought 5,000 shares of that. I don't know that it should run so quickly, but it's one that I am excited about. And anyway, I wanted to just mention this about the earnings and companies. These the cool thing about it's not the cool thing. It's a cool thing for the companies, but the bad thing for the workers. Thing is, these companies, they're able to lay off thousands of people, but then this is the key part. Yeah, they hire back maybe, say they hire back 50%. Which 50% do you think they're hiring back? The really productive 50%? Or the, randomly chosen ones? Or the bottom 50%, right? Not always. I mean, that's, it's a terrible way of looking at things. But from, Wall Street is terrible. Wall Street's, toxic. But I wouldn't be surprised if that stuff happens. Really sad for workers, especially, I mean, there are a lot of people that are great workers and they're not getting called back either. That might just be a numbers thing. So it's really rough time for a lot of people out there. But in terms of like earnings and stock market freaking loves it. Freaking loves it. Let's see here. So is AMC, look at this, folks. Tesla's almost down 3%. This is, I last bought Tesla at 825, 820, and 790. No, it was 800. It was 800 even. I didn't get at 799. I was too slow, but I did get it at 800 even. It's at 825 again right now. It's almost down 3%. It's kind of trending down here with Bitcoin, which is hilarious because Bitcoin is such a small portion of Tesla's holdings here. But wow, I'm really and then EXPI's got a sell off. If EXPI gets under 120, with the split coming up in 6 days, if EXPI, Tesla has been trending down like the last week. If EXPI gets below 120, I'm gonna buy this thing. It's too heavy. It's too big to buy now. A lot of, I think, excitement about the split has pushed this thing up a little higher than it probably should go. So I think some sell-off here is healthy. I think 14% is a lot, but again, it has been an insane runner. Tesla is now down over 3%. For some reason, Tesla's really having a sell-off right now. Let's see if we can find news. So we've got the Bloomberg up. Bloomberg just opened up here. Let's see what's going on with Tesla news. Tesla. Okay. Let's see if we can find anything. News. Tesla. Here we go. News, Tesla in headlines. That's fine. Do your smart match. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's see. JP Morgan says Tesla's entrance into the crypto space will not lead to an influx of institutional investors. That is like what the no way. Oh my God. Did Elon just tweet that he bought some Dogecoin? He did. No. Did he? Let's look at this. Twitter. Yeah, he did. What? Elon Musk bought some Dogecoin for little X. No way. 5 minutes ago. That's crazy. Let's go see what the stock or what's happening to that. That is crazy. Let's go look in the Robinhood. That's crazy. Oh man. Yeah, wow. That's crazy. Let's see, I'll pull it up. It's definitely moving up. A little volatile. There we go. 76. Going to 77 here. Let's see if I can pull it up. So, which button is it? Is it this button? Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Oh my God. Wow. That's crazy. Uh-oh. There you go. He's messing with everyone. That's sometimes what it feels like, huh? Let's see here. Stop doing that. I'm trying to get my headphones connected again. Darn thing. Come on. 78 now. This thing's gonna go back over 80, isn't it? That's so crazy. Here we go. Okay. Wow. That's very entertaining to see. I can't believe. So he can be a toddler hodler. Oh my gosh. Wow. Incoming all-time high. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that pushes this even more. I don't know at 78. Do we think it's going to $1? So let's see here. Elon Musk. Okay, so no, Tesla's short interest almost triples. Ooh, wow. Let's take a look at that. Tesla's short interest triples to over 52 million. Okay, however, from a year ago. Oh, wow. Let's see here. A year ago, we had 18 million shares short. Now we're over 52 million short. That's interesting. Let's look at the Black app here, and let's see if we can pull up short interest on Tesla. Tesla's going to go sideways for another week. At least it's possible. Yeah, I'm not going to jump. I'm really excited I went in on the cannabis today, but I don't think I'm going to jump on the Dogecoin. I think we've had a lot of attention from Elon on it already. Not saying that there can't be more by any means, but yeah, I think I'm going to focus on the cannabis for right now. So let's go ahead and jump over to this Black app here. Let's look at the short interest here. Cannabis stocks were at the top of Wall Street Bet's most popular board Wednesday morning. Tailway was the most mentioned ticker on the forum, followed by Gamestop. I believe that. Yeah, but I do think Clever is better. Clever Leaf, I think, is it's an investment for me. That's the one I want to focus on. So short interest on Tesla right now as a percentage of float is at 6.7%, which yeah, was at 7% a couple weeks ago. Sorry. Let's go to this one. There we go. Oh, no, that's wrong one too. Wait, where do I put it? Here? Okay, here we go. There we go. I got to figure out all my buttons. So 6.7%. Fascinating. So, but it's interesting to see that there's a Bloomberg article about the Tesla short going through, or shorts going up again. I wonder if that's why we're seeing some of this selling pressure, because Tesla's really getting spanked. 3.3% here. Went down as low as 816. Wow. If this is a trend and this goes under 800 again, I'm game for buying this thing again. Churchill, Lucid Motors, still staying nicely above 30, which is fine. It's honestly crazy that it's so high. Did Gores sell off a little bit during the day? Wait, where is it? Gores, GHVI. No, here, it's somewhere up here, isn't it? Where'd it go? Gores, the Matterport. All right, let's just type it in, GHVI. Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah, look at that. Gore's kind of in the day sold off a little bit here. It looks like maybe that sort of trade excitement, trading out of it. That's okay, though, because I want to be able to add more to this. The Matterport SPAC, that's a great one. Let's see here. But then, of course, also added to Clever today. Yeah, 34%. That's crazy. 34%. So what else? Open Door. But then again, Sundial is moving too. Look at that. Sundial and Tilray. These guys were both up. Clever was up, what, like 19%, 18% at open. And now it's almost, it's up over 35% now. Crazy. But Sundial and Tilray, they were up around 40%, 39%, 40%. Pretty close at opening, right? Like within minutes of opening. And it's still running. Sundial's still running. That is just absolutely incredible. Let's look at what the updated market cap is on this one here. Because I personally think as Tilray and Sundial move, Clever could keep moving with it. Like if I were going to trade, I'd be trading Clever more than I'd be trading like a Gores. Like I don't think a Gores, the Matterport one here, I don't think this is sexy enough to really trade. I think this is something you hold. You hold, you hold, and you hold. That technology as software as a service, it's going to be so profitable in the future. Not profitable right now, as with many software as a service companies. But what moves here in cannabis? Just unbelievable. Okay, I believe China investigation is hurting Tesla. Yeah, I saw that. The recalls and Tesla kind of bending to China, like, hey, whatever you want, bow down to the man. Let's see here. Wow, Tesla down 4% now. All-time lows right now in the day here. We just had some big selling pressure. The candlestick, pretty painful there, down 4%. This is my largest holding. Yeah, but I'm not sweating this at all because I want to buy more. And under 800 is ideal for me. Over 800 is just tendies. So the tendies are evaporating right now, but that's okay. So I'd rather buy more. Tesla, the slower it grows, the more of an opportunity you have to buy it over time. So interestingly, Dogecoin is stuck at like 78, 79. Not a huge move there. But then again, I shouldn't say that because we did go up from 70 cents, basically 0.7. It's not really 70 cents. It's more like 7 cents, but we say 70. Yeah, and it's up to 78 right now. Neo down a little bit. Look at that sharp U-turn that Neo did here. Yeah, I don't know if people are selling out of Tesla to buy Dogecoin. Maybe. But yeah, the auto manufacturers are all down today, it seems like. Neo going straight down. Ford's down. C3AI is even down. Oh my gosh, we're coming up on 5% down now on Tesla. The selling pressure continues. Okay, we'll take the sell-off. Meanwhile, cannabis continues its run. Actually, potentially looks like the entire broader market is shifting down a little bit here. Sparkline's starting to look down. Look at that end phase, only up 4% right now. The entire market is almost selling off a little bit here, with the exception of cannabis. It's like everybody's taking their money, they're taking their ball, and they're leaving. Everything is selling off. Okay, yeah, this is turning into a broader sell-off here. Bitcoin's down 4.7% right now. We've got Shopify down. Everything's selling off just within the last. Look at this, just within the last couple minutes here. Sell, sell, sell. Everything's selling. What's not selling off? Lemonade gave up all of its gains. This is interesting. There's something weird. Oh man. Blink charging. Wow, 10% on them. Jeez. Churchill Capital continuing its kind of sell-off here. We've got even Redfin's down 4%. Look at that sudden drop here. What's yeah, and as at the same time, you've got the doggy coin that's about to break 80. How weird. I have to say. Let's see here. Fastly, everything's trending down now. That's not so good if you're a day trader buying hold positions here. With the again, even cannabis is starting to see a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that Tilray. We got the red candlesticks coming up here on Tilray. We've got the red candlestick here. Clever now doing better than Tilray, as it should. I'm kidding. You know what? Doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's nice when you buy something and it goes up afterwards, but it doesn't matter because downside is you can't buy more of it. And I would add to my position of Cleverleaf. That's one that I think I should honestly put even more research and attention into that one. I'll have to probably do a standalone video one of these days. But this is so cool what Jack gave me. This ball. I don't know. You can't really see it because it's focused. Oh, there we go. Did it focus? Let's see if it, oh yeah, look at this. See it? It's just like one of those ball things that you squeeze and then like the other little thing. It's entertaining. I don't know why I'm talking about that. Yeah, Target's down 2% too. Look at CNBC. Let's see what CNBC is talking about. Or we'll look at Fox too, and we'll pull up Bloomberg TV as well because everything is selling off a little bit right now. Let's see what's going on.
Stock is up more than 60% over the last 12 months. It's under some pressure as well today, down 2%. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
ETF Spotlight is sponsored by Invesco QQQ. Invest in the innovators of the NASDAQ 100.
And my life changed. I stayed home mostly alone. I missed out on everything.
Ads. Literally everything went to TV commercial. Bloomberg went to TV commercial. CNBC went to commercial. Everything went to commercial. It's like literally the market starts crashing and everything goes to commercial. Yeah, like literally everything is selling right now. It's really interesting. And this just happened like all of a sudden here. I mean, look at this. Clever just went down 10 percentage points from up 35% in just a matter of minutes here. These are potential buying opportunities, honestly. This is the entire market selling off. Where's Tesla? 8-12. Look at the spark lines here. Down. Something happened, and it's accelerating the declines that we've seen everywhere. I don't know if this is just market sentiment shifting. I don't know. Let's see what the news here is. Top news, all news, news hub. Let's see what this is saying. It was within the last 5 minutes. So let's look at within the last 5 minutes here. LLP. Maybe like some data came up. Yeah, we're going to open the news. Exactly. So what happened here? Twitter says Trump ban will never be lifted, even if he runs for president again. Okay. Does anybody see anything? Citadel. Oh, I'd be down to do an interview with the Clever CEO. I think their business model is brilliant. Honestly, I like it. The more I research it, the more I think Clever is a way underappreciated stock. I'd be down. Let's listen to what Varney's saying.
These spectacular gains, which we recorded just an hour ago. Remember, please, we hit record highs for the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq.
Yeah.
We completely reversed course. The Dow
Yeah.
is actually down just a fraction, but look at that Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is now down 50 points. That is 1/3 of 1%. We like to come up with a reason for these shifts. We haven't got a reason for this one just yet, but it only took an hour for a complete reversal. Now, there's a change in the world of sports betting.
I mean, he's so right. I mean, we've literally watched this. Powell is speaking soon. Why? Is he scheduled? Let's look at that. C-SPAN. Why? Where's he speaking? Is he speaking in Congress or where? Let's see. And why? Federal Reserve. Where do you see that Powell speaking? I don't see anything. Yeah, nothing on the Federal Reserve, 2 p.m. Eastern. Huh. Okay. I'll go to Wall Street Journal. Let's see. Wall Street Journal, central banks. I'll look really quick. So, I think everybody's just trying to figure out what the HE double hockey sticks is happening to the market. The whole broader market just sold off. View calendar. I don't see this Jerome discussion on the calendar. Today's the 10th. Oh, CPI comes out. Oh no, that already. I'm sorry, that came out this morning. Oh yeah. Okay. Here it is. Jerome Powell speaks virtually on labor market to the Economic Club of New York at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And CPI already came out this morning. It was flat. It's not that. Trying to understand why this is happening. Let's see with CNBC if they have an idea. Because Fox said they had no clue. No, they're on commercial. Okay, how about Bloomberg? They're on commercial too. Fine then. All right, let's see here. Dow reverses lower. Let's see. As Tilray skyrockets 58%, Tesla skids and Nvidia breaks out. Yeah, I don't think Tilray's not that high anymore. See, Clever's beating Tilray. See, I kind of like that the media attention right now is on Tilray and Sundial, because I wouldn't be surprised if in the short term we get some attention going from Sundial to Clever, because Clever's a better deal. It's a way better deal than both of these, in my opinion. I haven't gone deep on these, but with some of the recent gains in the market caps on Sundial and Tilray, I think we get some priciness baked in. Okay, so a little bit of a recovery here. Enphase back up. Yeah, we're bouncing off the bottom here. Let's look at Tesla. Is that bouncing too? A little bit. Still pain though. Bitcoin down, Tesla, everything just trying to bounce off the bottom here. Yeah, it's not really working. Let's see. Oh, wow. What happened with GameStop today? Can somebody figure this out? Look at this. We literally went from red day to up 11% to sold off and now down 1.5%. That's weird. Yeah, Ethereum would be worth a video. Powell's, yeah, so Powell's having the discussion. Tesla picking back up. Tesla recovering back to 820. Let's see what it's doing. Tesla 813, yeah. Oh, I see what you see. It did go to 820 there for a moment. Huh. If I weren't so out of money, I would buy some Tesla. But I'll wait for that to get a little juicier if it does. And I don't know if it will. But yeah, I made my play today. My play today is Clever. When I say when it's a play today, I don't think I'm gonna sell it today. I think I'll probably hold that one. What else here? Nvidia. Oh yeah, Nvidia. Wow, look at that, 780 now. That's incredible. I mean, is that all-time high? 593 in the day. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it is. It is. It certainly is. 593. Oh my gosh. Finally broke out of this flat. Look at this. Just relatively flat here. I mean, you could average that out and then just flat, 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 flat for 2.5 months. Finally breaks out. Huh. Okay. Does anybody yet have any clue as to why the market is selling off or why it did? Let's go over here. Okay. Trump's ban is permanent. Treasuries coming in. Corporate bond issues. That's not exciting. What's this? Jet fuel, kerosene stocks, production demand table. Oh, that's boring. Although, you know what would be cool is, let's see if they give a percentage change. Let me see that really quick. Yeah. Fell 1.2%. Okay. So airline demand down a little bit. Those are sometimes leading indicators for airline stocks. People trade off that information. I don't see what's leading to this craziness that's happening in the market right now with the sell-off. Let's see if we can get what's Bloomberg saying?
Change, and there's excess subordination that comes in the form of excess spread. Which
There you go.
So this has been an extreme.
Can I not get their? No. I can't get their audio going right now. I don't know why. What did I mess up? I think I messed up some of my plugs, unfortunately, because this is CNBC.
Next 2 months, you will see a significant improvement in the situation.
Yeah, that's CNBC. I don't have. No. That's odd. I don't know why, but right now, the way we cannot listen to audio on my iPad, or sorry, my laptop. So we'll have to circle back to that. My bad. We'll go listen to CNBC for a second.
Products that are essential for people, medicines. Would you mandate that your employees get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I would strongly recommend it. I don't think I would mandate it. I don't think force is the way sort of to get people to understand that it's really beneficial for all of us, for all of society, if everybody gets vaccinated. You get by far the biggest effect of vaccinations if everybody gets them. And you could say not getting it is really not showing a lot of solidarity with the people at risk in the rest of the population.
Cora, it's Morgan here. Just to shift gears a little bit, with the Biden administration now taking a look at drug pricing and potentially looking at it in a different way than the previous administration. I mean, as the largest maker of generic drugs in the world, how would you expect this to materialize? And I guess from your standpoint, what would be?
Oh, I wonder if this would work. Is that? Let's see. No, this is playing. No, okay. Maybe I don't know what I did with my sound here. Oh well, I'll figure that out. I have an idea as to what the issue is, but that's okay. We don't need to listen to Bloomberg TV right now. We got CNBC and Fox Business, and we got the Bloomberg Terminal, so we don't need them right now. So what is this? Treehouse Foods up nearly 20%. Wow, Treehouse Foods. I haven't even heard of that one. I'll have to look into that. CVS stock. Is it a buy right now? Nothing new. It seems like literally nobody knows why there was a little bit of a sell-off there. So let's go back and look and see what the charts are doing right now. Cannabis still down off its highs during the day, but still obviously leading the market here. Gevo down off its highs. Enphase getting back. Enphase kind of recovering to the highs that it had. And Tesla almost down 5%. Look at that. We're still losing on Tesla. Wow. I mean, this went up to what? 880 in just the last couple weeks here. And now we've got some big losses here at Tesla. Microvision down 6%, Churchill down 6%, Blink 7%, EXPI's having lots of pain. Big pre-sale there before the split. Split coming up in a few days. 16th, I believe, is when it's official. Etsy's down. There's some red buying opportunities. Clever's down right now, traded kind of down from its peaks during the day. That's okay. It's a hold, but yeah, the entire market. Let's see what you all are saying. Bitcoin is unbothered. Really? I mean, it's down 3.7. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, it's got some purple candlesticks too. Yeah. Look at this. We might actually, we almost got to 800 here on Tesla. We got to 804. That's crazy. Almost got to 800. MSTR is minus 20%. Really? Let's see what that is. MSTR. Oh, MicroStrategy. Really? Wow. It's down 22%. Jeez. It's the Bitcoin play, and gold is up. Wow. Let's see here. Just got Clever for 15.96. Nice. Nice. So what else here? Let's see. Oh yeah, even Matterport's down a little bit today. Everything's just sold off a little bit today. Yeah. Wow. I'm still up on my Gores though. What did I think, because when we bought Gores, let's see what Gores is. Gores was, I think it was like 1390 or something like that. I don't know. I can't find it, but I know some of you are curious. Where is it? Let's find it. GHVI score 6 position 1345 is my position, is what I bought in at Gores for. Definitely down 3% today. In my opinion, this is certainly a buy if it's in the 15s. But yeah, a lot of pain in the market right now. Very interesting. Even the cannabis continuing to sell off right here. Sundial and Tilray. Tilray now only up 23%. What a weird day. What a weird day, huh? What's the S&P doing? Somebody says SPY. Look at SPY. Yeah, I would wait. Yeah, look at that sudden sell here. That is interesting. I would wait on EXPI until it's like 120. Like 120, that's where I'd be looking. So S&P 500, look at that. Yeah, nice crash right here. That's interesting. So something all of a sudden there at 10:10 to like 10:20 just led to some panic. RIP entire portfolio. So JPM, let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't panic sell. Let's see what JPM is doing. JP Morgan. Lots of reds. Well, JP Morgan barely red. Yeah, and the run on GameStop is gone. Tesla on sale. No kidding. What's CRISPR doing? CRISPR. Oops. There we go. CRISPR down 3.5%. Maybe when Powell is done, the markets will bounce back. Yeah, who knows? Oh, I mean, that can happen. That's sometimes, like, you can have all of your technicals in place, your play in place, everything in place, and then just the entire market sells off and moves against you. That happens. That's the way the market works. That's exactly the way it works. Very interesting. Yeah, I agree with you on the SPR. Still went green on shift. Are we? Let's see where shift is. Shift is shift. Shift is barely green. Yeah, but also suffered that sell-off. Crazy. Okay, and then Tesla's getting there. It's getting to that 800. It's our number on it. Tilray only up 21%. Everybody's like, get my money out of everything right now. That's crazy. Wow. What a transition of a day. Let's listen in over here.
Fastest rate in 5 years, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. How might a consumer spending spree affect the stock market? Two traders share their top ideas on tradingnation.cnbc.com. More Squawk on the Street coming up.
You know that tech stock we talked about? I picked up 500.
The biggest problem for House managers, Stuart, is to make the linkage directly to President Trump that his words caused that mob to happen. It's going to be painful over the next couple of days to relive January 6th, but it's going to be a heavy bar.
Is that what we're going to see today? More of January the 6th?
Yes, 100%. I mean, that was the most effective.
All right. So let's see. Even Twilio. Yeah, Twilio, just red candle sticking right down. Beyond Meat. What a bizarro market. So okay, all right. Well, I think I'm now flat on my position for the day on Clever, which is probably going to end up being a long position, which I went in, open to the idea of being long on Clever. So, I mean, let's see here. EXPI, gosh, big pain over here. Virgin Galactic again. What's up with this? Let's go to Virgin Galactic. Let's zoom out a little bit. Virgin Galactic down at 52, off all-time highs from 62. Really just beginning that fall here. So maybe not that big of a deal. Oh, here we go. 805. Whoa. Oh, okay. I thought I was on the minute for a second here. Like, we didn't go to 780. I didn't see that. Yeah, here we go. Tesla's still selling off. 805. This is going to be a watch party of getting Tesla down. Under 800. It's about to happen. It's going to happen any second here. Just crazy. Shift just went red. Everything just went red. Who else watched 10 hours of my live stream on the 6th? Oh, thank you. Here we go. It's about to hit it. Hit it. Go. Oh, even Doggy Coin is selling off. Oh, God, everything's so red. Come on. 801. Go. Let's see. Did we hit it yet? It's still 801. Still 801. Come on. No. You got to hit 800. You got to break 800. Oh, I want to listen to this.
Since Tuesday's close, $2 billion in market value in less than 24 hours. And the reason is because they believe that more states will probably legalize marijuana. You also have some trades there with the UK now buying some of these Tilray medical marijuana products. But I would say it's probably the new social media frenzy that's really boosting these stocks right now.
Okay, you make a good point, because there is certainly a frenzy in the pot stocks as we speak. Tilray's now up 14%, just moved in a couple of moments there. Now here we go. That lawyer in Texas who had trouble with the Zoom call during the virtual hearing. Yeah, we're back to the cat story. And the man to cover it is Ashley Webster.
That was pretty funny. If you haven't seen that, that was a good one. Okay, let's see here. So let's go back. Oh, it's at 802. Come on. Oh, really? Look at the low it hit there just for a moment. 802 cents. And now it's bouncing off the bottom. Oh, well. It's got to be under 8. I don't know. Sometimes that's a bad idea. You don't want to be too extreme. Gosh, yeah, he's right. Varney was just talking about how Tilray basically just gave up all of its excitement here. I mean, the market just went from like exciting to depressing. Yeah, it was Catman. Catman was so funny. Oh man, I laughed out loud for a while on that one. That was pretty good. I think the best part is when the guy's like, "I'm trying to change it," and you see the cat's eyes go, "Trying to change it." That's the best. Okay, all right. So I think on day trades, unless you're shorting, everything's pretty painful right now, including Bitcoin. Bitcoin almost down 5% on the day here, down 4.6%. Canoe, everything is getting some pain. Redfin down 6%. I mean, when Redfin is down 6% on no news, that this is not you. This is the Mr. Market just having a bad day. Rolled out of bed and it's like, "I'm pissed today." Yeah. That's what's happening here. That's crazy. Sundial, clever. Wow. Well, what are you gonna do? Look at that. Enphase basically gave away all of its gains today. All right. That's okay. That's okay, though. We got some good positions, did some good buying. If things continue to sell off, I will do a little bit of buying today. We'll see. And I will post alerts in the Discord. So if you join the course using that coupon code HODL, make sure you watch lecture 1.0 and then join the course Discord, the private Discord there, so you get the alerts. But wow, what a bizarro day. Absolutely bizarre day. Great companies selling off for no reasons. Look, Open Door wasn't Open Door like up 11%? Yeah. And now it's up 1%. Like, wow. Where's Tesla? Okay, Tesla's still bouncing off the bottom here. Yeah, still bouncing off 800 there. I got enough Tesla, but if it broke 800, I don't know. It would have been tempting. So especially on painful days like this. Yeah. No, EXPI is definitely having a consolidation today. I think EXPI, I wouldn't buy it unless it's under 120, and then I would add to it. So if we get another 8% sell-off, which if this red season continues into tomorrow, we will. I would I will pick up some more on EXPI. EXPI is a long hold. It's made a lot of money. It's still way up, but you can't help anything when the entire market sells down. Oh gosh, well, look at the volatility or the day here on Sundial. I mean, straight up, straight down, up, straight up, down. What a day! What a freaking day! It's bizarre. Well, we'll see what happens. Again, if things sell off a lot, I will be buying more, and we definitely have a day of a sell-off today. So, and look at that, Dave & Buster's almost $40. So when I made the video at $13 or even $18, at $18 I said I would 2x, and at 13 I'm like that could be a potential 3x stock. It's not one that I could really play long term. I ended up putting the money into Tesla instead, which ended up working out totally better. But wow, I can't believe it's almost back to $40. It is so weird. It's just thinking back to like June of last year, really, the Dave & Buster's days. That's nuts. Yeah. Looks like we might have a little bit of a recovery here, with the exception of CCAV. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell if we're recovering. A little bit. Bizarro market. Absolutely bizarre market. Never panic, only buy the dip. Yeah, that's how I feel. So let's see here. Now this is rough. What else do we have? Shift Technology is even down. Man, this is brutal. We're gonna have to change the title to like Market Sell-Off. This is frustrating. Palantir. Hey, might have an opportunity to go shopping for Palantir again if it goes towards 30. That's my buy for Palantir is 30. No, NGA. This is a SPAC I stayed out of, but pretty much heading right back to where it was after the announcement. I think that was like $23. Cannabis still holding up, but it's fighting. There's definitely a fight going on with cannabis. Now these are tough trades to make today. A little bit of a bounce here on Enphase. What's AMC doing? AMC is trying to bounce. So AMC is trying to move up. And where's GME? Let's pull GameStop here. GameStop is down 1%. So weird. It was so high. Everything was going great. What a weird market. Lemonade even down 3%. Monday's buy, OCGN. No, we sold a lot of OCGN over 15 there. Not watching any stocks right now. Yeah, you don't want to refresh your portfolio when it's doing this, when the market's doing this. You want to look for buying opportunities is what you really want to do. Yeah, listen to this.
Than the FAST Act. We think the punchline is this: whether.
Oh, okay, no, it's just a CEO here talking about their company. Whoa. Okay, Aurora Cannabis only 8. This was way higher. Clever holding stable around that 19%. It's really trying to stay at 15. Which what did I pay? I think I owe you there. I paid 15.5 for it. So I'm down, 10 cents, 20 cents here per share. So I mean, not horrible, but definitely not the tendies that we saw an hour ago. Gosh, I mean, you could buy anything an hour ago and it would have been up a good chunk. And now everything's not. Churchill, let's Tesla. Tesla recovering. Look at that bounce right off 800. Literally bounced right off 800 and it's coming back up. I shouldn't have been a loser baby and I should have just bought at 802. It's okay. Oh well. Tilray clever. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what other questions you got. I don't know. I would probably add to AMC. Like if I were going to build an AMC position, I personally might wait until that's in like the high 3s. Where's it now? Oh yeah. 560. It's a little pricey for me. Just bought the GHVI dip. Now's the time to buy it. Like the worst time to buy GHVI is after hours because there's no volume. There's just no volume at all. Now is a good time to get into the Matterport SPAC. If you were looking at it, you were thinking about getting into it. Clever up to 20%. And that's a hold, so it's not like I'm going to be selling this anytime soon. But yeah, nice 2% dip over here. I've got a good position in it, though, so I don't need to add right now. Which program where you send your stock alerts? It's a Stocks and Psychology of Money. I hope EXPI hits 120 today. I want to buy in. Could happen. Inflation is up. Did it really? I don't think so. I thought the CPI was pretty flat. CPI release. For January, increased 0.3%, seasonally adjusted over the last 1.4% over 12 months. Gas went up. Wow, 7%. Energy 3.5%. Yeah, I mean it's pretty nominal. I don't know that this would be the groundbreaking news. And this came out way early anyway. Comes out at like 5:30 in the morning. But what's causing the sell-off? I don't think anybody's figured it out yet. Although things are recovering. Things are recovering. We're bouncing off those midday lows. So if you're still diamond handing, I think we're getting through the hard part here. See? Yeah, we're getting so what, Tesla going to go back to 820 maybe? Yep, 816. Okay. So we're bouncing off that hard part. Bitcoin tracking almost perfectly with the market here. Redfin, everything's bouncing off again. Okay, good. So let's hope that Clever Leaf prints money for us. I think it will. Very confident in that one. I should try to interview the CEO. I appreciate that. I think that's a good idea. Remember in the chat, there's a join button, but you can't see the join button if you're on iPad or iPhone. Dems pushing ahead with $15 minimum wage. What do I think? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they say in the Senate. It's going to be up to that parliamentarian in the Senate in terms of whether or not that happens. Just bought some Palantir. Yeah, I'll look into POW. So, yeah, I just haven't looked into that one. Might be something to look into. So I appreciate the idea. Do that. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, market's still moving up now. Good. Good. Okay. So we had a short-term panic there. Coming back. I was ready to swipe up on some Tesla calls. I didn't do it. I didn't do it at 8. I got it ready at 8:01. because I'm like, it's coming. It's coming. It didn't come. See, I had it ready to go. Had it ready. But it didn't go to 800. It went to 802 cents. And I was too stubborn to do it. Too stubborn. I could have paid a fraction of a percent premium, and that would have been a nice buy right now. Oh, well. I'm sure it'll happen again. It's just the way the market works. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was just a really brief panic there. And yeah, generally you want to take advantage of those opportunities. I almost did, but I was too stubborn to do it. Almost not too stubborn, but I was too stubborn. That's all right. We did some good buying. I like my buy of Clever. I like my buy of Enphase that we got yesterday. The other purchases we've made have been great. So optimistic. Oh yeah, and Gores. Gores is a great holding. The Matterport SPAC. Watch my video if you haven't seen it yet on Gores. That is such a great company. So good. Got to get the CEO of Gores on, or of the Matterport. AT&T will never get off $28 a share. Okay, cool. Well, we'll come back. Maybe when the market closes, we'll see. Appreciate you all being here. It's fun. We kind of just witnessed a very bizarro sell-off and then rebound. So fingers crossed the rebound continues for everyone. Because yeah, that was very odd. All right, thanks everyone. Go look into Clever. I think Clever's got some serious long-term potential, and it's not even a trending thing right now. It's moving along with cannabis, but all the other cannabis stocks like Sundial and Tilray, those guys are trending. Clever, not trending yet. It's way before peak media, I think. All right, folks, we'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. Check out those courses linked down below and use that coupon code HODL or HODL